I'm going to offer part 2 of this video because it's subtle. I don't know if you can see it, but she's actually taking larger breaths. It doesn't really show. You might see the saddle moving a little bit, her sides moving a little bit. That's her starting to breathe, taking information, body cues there. I'm going to see if I can do a close-up of her nostrils because they have more movement than the last video. Not a ton yet, but you might see that soft little flare and release. She's in a little bit of a freeze state again. Her eyes are a little worried. You might see kind of that tent, kind of a little bit of a V shape above kind of the front upper part of the eye. That was a nice little eyelid flutter, but it wasn't really full on blinking. So her expression's a little worried. Blinks are good. I'm expecting we should have a release fairly soon now. There, the ears are starting to move. And again, this is a continuation. She had some really big releases after the last video, before the last video, and then after the last video, and actually wanted to go over to an area of the arena that's usually a little scarier for her, down by one of the doors. And she chose that and had a nice release there, and now she's back in a little bit of a state. Now this might look relaxed. The lower lip's down a little bit. The eyes are starting to change a little bit. This is more of what I would call like an internal focus. She's shifting just a little bit to inside, and then she shifted to outside, to her environment again. Moved her head, expression changed, ears started taking in more information. So the horses can have varying areas, or I like to call them channels or stations, that they can shift between. So they might have a self-focus, like an internal focus. They might have a focus towards other kind of members of their family, the herd, the horses that are in their environment, that kind of thing. And then, of course, they can have a focus on the environment itself. They can have a focus on us, or whoever might be kind of leading the show, or trying to partner with them or be in relationship with them in some ways. And they can have a focus on learning, kind of processing information, assimilating information. So I'm just going to wait here patiently. We've been here for a few moments. You can also see where her weight is on her front feet. She has a little bit more weight on that right front. The left foot is poised and ready to go. It's actually a little more weight on the left front, I would say. But if she shifts her weight over to the right foot, she'd be ready to move that left foot. To move. And she's got her head turned right now in the direction of the door over there. That's the door we go in and out. And she's definitely more comfortable outside than she is inside. So it may be just her kind of viewing it, making sure she's got an option, looking at where a possible escape might be. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for her. It's worth the wait, I find. Oh, the lip just twitched. If you rewind, you might see that. It's worth the wait because The releases that happen after being patient like this, and then the subsequent kind of volunteering to go do the harder things or the scarier things, is so rewarding. It's really beautiful. Yeah, there's an environmental focus. It's good. She's taking in all the sounds, getting her bearings. This is something that people can do when they're feeling nervous, whether just in life or with their horse, is to look around, see what's in your environment, take kind of an inventory of colors, sights, colors, sounds, different things like that. It's one way of getting in the present moment. And of course, for me, I'm just working on staying really relaxed in my body and in my breath, my stance. I kind of have a hip cocked. And I'm just breathing. Sometimes I might match her footsteps, like the way she's standing. I might match those. I can look in the same direction she's looking to let her know. There was a step. Oh, and there's some movement, and there's the chewing. Yes, that's the release that we wanted. That is full-on breath, full-on release, full-on relaxation. Eyes are still just a tiny bit worried. Ears are still staying alert to what might be sneaking up behind her, kind of thing, but this is so much softer. You might also notice that her neck relaxed down a little bit. Just the tone of her body became softer. And now the lower lip is hanging down more and the ears are more mobile. So thanks for waiting that out. Good to see.